Good morning, kids. It's Mr. AG here, and today we're going to look at the Lesson 5 problem set. Today is Wednesday, August 26th, and you will be doing the work in your green book, your Module 1 workbook, Lesson 5 problem set. And the focus for today is division again, but we're taking a different angle. Yesterday, the unknown was the specific size of the groups. Today, the unknown is the number of groups. So basically, we are looking for a missing factor, and the factor represents the number of groups. So you're going to divide a total number of items that they give you into specific size groups, and you'll be solving for the number of groups. It's a lot of words, but when we start putting it into practice, you'll see what we mean. So here we have 6 total tomatoes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it tells us to divide 6 tomatoes into groups of 3. So they put the big circle around, or the big oval around 3 tomatoes. So we've got one group of 3 and then another group of 3. Okay, so the division sentence or the division equation is down here at the bottom. 6 total items divided by, okay, pay attention to that symbol because you're going to have to draw it. It's a line with a dot above it and a dot below it. 6 total items divided by 3 items per group, or the size of the group is 3, and that gives us 2 groups. So there are 2 groups of 3 tomatoes. One group of 3 tomatoes, 2 groups of 3 tomatoes. So they gradually put more of the work onto you. In the next item, we've got a total number here. They tell us it's 8. We can count them to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they give us the instruction to divide the 8 lollipops into groups of 2. So you're going to circle groups of 2. 1 group of 2, 2 groups of 2, 3 groups of 2, and 4 groups of 2. So there are 4 groups. So 8 divided into groups of 2 gives us 4 groups. So they basically give you 2 more examples of this, and they take away some of the things, like they don't give you the extra sentence here to help you, but they give you enough information to do the job. So we've got 10 stars that we're dividing into groups of 5, and what that looks like is 10 divided by 5 equals the number of groups. And I just want you to pay attention to how this is written. Division statements or division sentences, division equations is what I like to call them, and what I would encourage you to start calling them. They start with the total number of items, the whole, and then you divide it by either the number of groups or the number of items in a group. Today's lesson, you're focused on dividing it into a specific size group. Here we are dividing the shells to show 12 divided by 3. And you are to determine what is the number of groups when you divide them into 3 items per group. So you can see they're trying to trick you a little bit by starting with 2 groups. You're going to have to put circles on here that group 3 at a time. 1, 2, and so on. Then it asks how many groups there are. Okay, now on to some word problems. We work to visualize when we approach word problems. So if it's an unfamiliar name, you can just imagine that it's you or someone that you know. Here we have Rachel, and she has 9 crackers. So most of us probably know what crackers are, and we can count to 9, so we can visualize this situation. She puts 3 crackers in each bag. Okay, circle the crackers to show Rachel's bags. Okay, so a bag is the circle that you're going to make for the groups. So you're going to put 3 crackers in a group, 3 crackers in a group. I would recommend keeping your circles around items that are near to each other so that you're not stretching your circle all around and getting confused. So your first job is to actually put the crackers into bags. So by circling 3 crackers at a time. And then your second job here, so it does, even though there's not an A here, they do give you an instruction. Circle the crackers to show Rachel's bags. That is a verb. They're telling you to do this. Circle the crackers. Next, for 5A, they're asking you to write. Okay, so your answer for this is going to be write. Write a division sentence where the answer represents the number of Rachel's bags. So you're going to start with the whole. You're going to divide by the number of items in each group. And then you are going to show that that equals the number of bags. And then we have our number bond model. So draw a number bond to represent the problem. In a number bond, the whole is the number that all the other parts point to. Okay, so the whole is here, and then you've got the number of groups is how many circles come off of the whole, and then inside the circle is the items in each group. So you'll draw a number bond in this space below. And the last problem that is assigned to you today is focused on a person named Jamisha. And again, we don't really know who Jamisha is, so we can imagine that it's us or someone that we know. Jamisha has 16 wheels to make toy cars. She uses 4 wheels for each car. So I think you can probably visualize this. A car has 2 wheels in the front and 2 wheels in the back. So a total of 4 wheels per car, and she uses 4 wheels for each car. It just tells us that. So what we visualize as a car is also what they tell us the car is made of. So it says use a count by to find the number of cars Jamisha can build. Make a drawing to match your counting. So a count by would be 1, 2, 3, 4, circle, okay? And then 5, 6, 7, 8, circle. And then 9, 10, 11, 12, circle. So you're counting, and every 4 so I usually would use like sticks or circles, and then group them by putting a big circle around groups of 4. So you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, circle. And then if you forget where you left off, that's okay. You can count by 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, circle. And then you can go back to the beginning and see how high you are. In the first group, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And in the second group, it takes you up to 5, 6, 7, 8. So when it's talking about a count by, it's you can literally count by ones up to 16. Or if you're really savvy and sophisticated, you can count by 4s up to 16. Okay, so 4, and then 8, and then what comes next, and what comes next. And then it asks you to write a division sentence to represent the problem. And since we are focused today on dividing the total number of items into specific size groups, you're going to be using these numbers here. The total number of items is 16 wheels, and the size of the group is 4 wheels for each car, and that tells you the group number, which is how many cars. So the cars themselves represent the groups because they're groups of 4 tires. So your division sentence or equation is going to start with the whole, and you're going to be dividing into a specific size group to find the number of groups. Okay, that about does it. Good luck and do your best. This is new material for you guys, mostly, and I am hopeful with how well you've been paying attention that you're catching on, and if you're not, that's okay. We will continue to study division throughout the school year, and the most anyone can ask of you is that you try your best. And so if you find yourself getting stressed or not understanding, pause. You can look at this video a million times if you want. Um, I walk you through each problem, and you can pause the video as you go and try your best. And if you're feeling really stressed, stretch your legs, take a break, take a breather, and come back to it at a later point. But I think that you can probably handle this, and I wish you good luck, and I'm excited to see the learning that you're doing. If you finish this page here, the lesson 5 problem set, just like usual, we'll move into, if you have time left, move into the extension work, which is the lesson 5 homework, and it's virtually identical to the problems that you just saw. It just gives you another chance to practice. And like anything, practice makes perfect. If you want to become a singer on the stage, you got to practice. If you want to become a baseball player, you got to practice. And there's really only one magic way to get better at anything, and that's practice. So I invite you and encourage you to do that practice. All right, best of luck, and let's have a great day today.